Yeah, I might make this like a secondary game to play on the side. I need to update my away menu too. I still got I am Sasuna and that listed on there. I need to update that. I was waiting for Carter and Aaron to pick their vote, but what I might do if they want to wait or I can't get them to pick something yet because of real life or whatever, I may just go with whatever becomes the current highest, which should be Soul Sacrifice. So assuming I don't have overtime next Friday, which it's kind of up in the air, honestly. Because, you know, those who've been around a long time should know by now, every time the new year rolls in, we usually do a lot of overtime at the beginning of the year for the first, like, 3 to 5 months. So, and pretty much the last 3 months, they've been saying, we have a lot of stuff we need to make, but we don't have the parts. Because of COVID's been causing shipping issues with some of the metals. What's this? I just noticed that. I guess he went down into the hole. I didn't even realize I was there on the way out. See, that's why you want to walk around, not always fast travel. What's this thing? Teleport list? Huh. That's not necessarily bad. That's not good, though. Yeah, I guess story scenes, it just automatically goes into combat. Well, let's get my doll out just in case. Yeah, so I need to master it. Nice. See, the shitty thing I have with... We keep getting all this vitality we can't do anything with. How are you not dead, boy? Apparently not enough to mess up your pretty boy face. Yeah, they be dead. What do I think of the game so far? I still think it's probably more of a kind of a on a trip kind of thing. I don't think it's necessarily bad. It's definitely not like, if you want graphic fidelity, you're looking in the wrong place. I like the aesthetic of the artwork, though. Like, whoever did the artwork for this game, I think did a fantastic job. The graphics are obviously very simple, chibi stuff, but it works, especially since it's a Switch game. So, you know, I think the little chibi look kind of works for a Switch. That's what, like when I did my review for I Am Satsuna, like I said, like, the aesthetics of the models really fits the Vita and Switch more than like a PS4 game. Obviously, I can't really speak much on the voice acting. I mean, it sounds alright to me, but, you know, I don't speak Japanese, so I kind of lose the how should I say, the performance value. It's a little hard for me to judge a language I don't actually even speak or know how to understand. Now, it does have a Korean option. If you want, I can turn that on. Because as far as I remember, when I briefly looked into this game, when I was looking for stuff to buy on PlayAsia, I'm pretty sure this was made by a Korean team. So, just need to watch more animes.
俺一人でも十分だけどね。
Unless for kids dubs, right? Haiku is like Geico, Geico, dreaming. Don't you know that? Then dreaming. Don't you see that? So, yeah, to be fair though, that was probably the best opening 4Kids did for any of the dubbed anime. Though, just to be fair to that opening, then I guess Yu-Gi-Oh wasn't bad. But like almost everything else 4Kids dubbed had horrible opening music. Now it did. The One Piece song they didn't fucking match One Piece at all though. But hey, I mean I've heard Warsaw just made up new opening songs before.
戻るの?
いや、まだもっと入ってる。
I'm more confident I can exploit you for my needs.
こいつら何かを守ってるんだきっと。君は戻った方がいいよ。危ないからさ。
I just murdered them.
俺は見つからないように入ればいいから心配しなくていいよ。
I can have dead people around my house. It might start a zombie problem. I got enough problems. But yeah, I like whoever did the artwork. It's very nicely done. Yeah, apparently there's darkness in the game. But yeah, there is Korean voice acting we can try. You should hear the German... Oh, you had a unique opening for Germany over there, Dennis? Pat says you all have a unique opening for Mr. Believe It. How you say his damn name again? Nawato? I think it's Nawato you say. It's been a long fucking time since I've seen that anime. Holy crap. Well, hell, even read the manga back when Shonen Jump was a thing. Hey, lightning magic. However, multiple uses of lightning magic in a single battle will increase MP consumption. I was just kind of curious. Yee. Yeah, I'll have to do a YouTube vid to see about that. I need to find wherever that crap is so I can make a new weapon. See, so far I've had no need to, like, really heal or anything. Actually, I can do some training, actually. Going to miss Fantasy Star Online 2 daily? Why are you gonna miss it? The internet problem. It won't let you connect to Fantasy Store? That sucks. Well, I guess we'll just... Whoop. Nope. No. I was trying to hit down, it wouldn't go to it. But yeah, overall, the game seems interesting. The puppet idea with the dolls seems interesting. I would like more access to them, but I guess it's gonna really control gradually letting us get them. You know, he always got his ass kicked again. How noisy! Okay, well, at least knocked him out. Works for me. I would have liked having like some command options with the dolls though. That would have been kind of nice. That should kill 2 of them, yeah. I think a 2 should just... Oh, he barely lived. Still, the doll idea is interesting, and you can level him up. Hey, wakey, wakey. Let's see if we get some voice acting. Now, I don't know how well you all with Korean stuff, Pad, but I guess you could judge you.
같이 가줄까? 힘들어 보이는데.
전혀. 마음은 정말 고마워. 하지만 난 누군가에게 의지하는 게 싫어. 반드시 내 힘으로 해결할 거야.
Fool.
내가 계속 구해줬는데.
Sounds like there's a little more to it in the Korean. And I believe, if I remember correctly, the Japanese is only in the Switch version. I don't think it's in the mobile version, I don't think. Another pad thing. Ooh, there's some interesting. Maybe the OS has some kind of link to it, maybe. What is it, like devour witches?
人間だ！グエガー！ここまで来た以上、普通の人間じゃない。捕まえてレイモンド様に報告するぞ！
I mean, these people literally basically live underneath my house. Shouldn't these people know who I am? I mean, these lizards, or, you know what I mean. They took the COVID vaccine. Oh, what?
レイモンド様、俺たちが片付けておき。ここは私が出る。そこまでしなくても。わかりました。
I guess boss time.
しっかりしないと。
めろ。この子は親族だ。こんなに近くに来てるのだ。お前もわかるだろう。
それがどうした？数百年も隠れていたくせに突然現れて言うことがそれか。
この子は人間ではない。我々の敵でもないだろう
な。我々だと。
Don't you fools see? It's a death sentence to fight a witch. Hey, Chrono. How you doing?
よくもそんな言葉を口にできる。貴様は主すら守りきれなかったというのに、これからは私のやり方で主を守る。
Just trying out a different game today. Also, Pad is talking through Discord because apparently his internet is not agreeing with the Twitch chat, even though he can watch the stream oddly enough, which is kind of weird, but yeah.
我々を見捨てたのはバベリアの親族も同じ。一体貴様いつまで親族に希望をかけるつもりだ？
He says he's exiled from chat. Oh. And we got a bunch of people hopped in. Go ahead, march. I can't remember, Chrono. Did you get to see Stream Ladles at all so far? I can't. I think you did. I think you got to see it like during one of the last times. Ooh. That guy is getting it up quick. Yeah, he's gonna get stabbed, I think, though. Nope. It looks like it'll be good. Just got that retro guy there, and boom. And we got the boss next. Oh, quick. Let me go ahead and click this. This is a good opportunity for him. Use my temple. So he can affect everyone. He's a healer. At least he's not hiding all the way in the back. But I think he stands in place, so all these units will get in front. So have to be careful on that. Yeah, nice little side thing to do with the viewers, you know.
お前の欲望のために主の名を口にするな。
Yeah, listen to the guy with a more detailed model.
黙れ。私はただ主のための復讐を準備するまでだ。もういい。この場で食い尽くしてやろう。
Apparently there's something going on with the lizards here. Oh, he... Huh. I'm assuming he's fighting on my side. Well, at least the battles are getting more complicated. Probably want to focus on him. He had over 2,000 HP. Probably try to get with some of them. Oof. I hope they'll program to fight themselves, because if he punches me, I'm fucking dead. Yeah, 2 be fine. I think it's a nice side thing to do with viewers, but I mean, I can understand why somebody wouldn't want to use it also. I mean, it does kind of, like, you don't have to, like, immediately go to it. But you could obviously make the argument it interrupts what you're doing. But, you know, I play a lot of JRPGs, so I don't think it's as bad. But, yeah, if you're playing, like, something like Devil May Cry, it's probably a little more distracting. It's like, oh, guys, middle boss fight, we'll pause here. But yeah, you know, usually doing JRPG stuff, so I don't think it's as disruptive in that kind of sense, but yeah, I mean, if you're playing something like Devil May Cry or something, this is on the Switch, but it is also on mobile devices. But you are watching this on the Switch, which, as far as I know, is the only console it's on. You know, something the models are obviously not like any kind of high tier kind of thing, but you know, they kind of remind me of Record of the August Wars kind of models.
ありがとう。
魔物さんか。
Yeah, you're just a monster to me, bro. Sorry.
まだわからないことが多い親族みたいだな。ここは泉の根、親族の安らぐ場所だ。
安らぐ場所。
I thought it was a witch, not like some demigod.
親族が泉の根に近づくと、根の光に吸い込まれて、永遠の眠りに落ちる。
Oh, well, that's not good.
純血親族でない以上、長居しない方がいい。 消滅しちまうからな。
Yes, don't usually see too many people go through that one. The first one specifically, that is a really long title, man. I would have loved to get the PS3 version of the first one, but back when, you know, it was a thing, the only English release was the 360 version. And then later Europe got the PS3 version localized. Oh, wait, or did that come out before the 360 one? I can't really remember. Either way, the European localization was considered really bad anyway.
気をつけろ。
Peace out, bro. Oh, I need to get out of here then.
地下でこんなことが起きていたんだ。アドリアンは。
Don't know how to use it. Just use the other one. You know, I was gonna go back and save because I wanted to see what happens if I go near it, but game over. Nothing. Yeah, all the other lizards vanished, but this one stayed. Yeah, if you never played the localization for Echo of the August War, which, if you correct me, correct me if I'm wrong, it was called Generations of War in Europe. And, be honest, I actually like that title much better. I think it really describes the game very easily in its title. Yeah, Ghostlight, that was the people who did a few of the localizations. Here they're very spotty. But hey, at least they translated them, so. It was very weird for them to get their hands on a few Atlas titles, though. Like, you'd think they'd be able to get some Bell localization team or something. Unless they used it at Atlas America's localization, just literally released it in Europe under their brand. Which is possible. Oh, apparently he actually did something for once.
大丈夫？
どうして？
深くまで入ってみたけど、また逃げるしかなかったんだ。
Yeah, this time I was smart and didn't get knocked out. I would imagine, because, I mean, didn't they botch up that one DS game? Like, it had, like, a fucking game-breaking moment in the game or something? The clock one, that's a tactics game, Devil Survival, whatever it was. Like, it had some kind of game-breaking bug in the localization or some shit. Or the port of it, or like, I don't know, like... I don't know if they localized any of the text, or if they just somehow just took Atlus's localization, torn the cartridge Europe region, and somehow broke the game. Like, I don't know the whole story on what they done to it or not. Or what they did or didn't do to it.
その途中に君を見つけたんだ。
But, yeah, but I heard the localizations are very spotty. You know, one thing I'm sad that I did miss was that PSP game they did. They're the ones that did that, like, what was it, like, 500 copies of that dungeon crawler or something? I can't even remember what it was called. I heard the localization was just fucking awful in it, though. I heard it's so awful, the localization for that game. Something with like an E, if I remember correctly.
今回は俺が助けたからね。これで貸し借りはなしってことで。
I guess we're even. Yeah, I think that was it. I think they only did like 500 copies or something. It's the only physical English version of it. Now, you can get digitally. It was originally a digital-only title for America or the West and that. But yeah, it's just, like, they did a crazy low physical print one. And I don't even know how much it's worth now, if it's even listed on eBay. Yeah, I heard the localization was awful. I don't know about the gameplay, though. You know, if the gameplay's good, I would imagine it's way too high with only 500 copies. Yeah, it's, if I remember correctly, I remember Victor going on record, if I remember correctly, not 100% quote, but something to the extent, I don't know whose dick they sucked, but somehow they got a lower print one than what you're allowed to do. Essentially. To be fair, though, they could have just kept any of the extra copies, maybe. Nobody really considered that. With some of the things limited companies have been doing lately, that's something some people have... if you saw the whole debacle with Poop Slinger on the PS4, there was only like 30 people who got copies of those. Because everyone thought the whole thing was like a April Fool's scam joke or something. But people actually got physical copies of some, like, $1.99 digital game called Poop Slinger. And now it's, like, unbelievable amounts of money. But, if you know, the lowest print one Sony lets you do on PS4 games is 1,000. So... that means that there's somebody out there with, like, over 900 copies of Poop Slinger, and they're probably slowly putting them on eBay one at a time for ridiculous amounts of money. Ow, that is ridiculous. I believe the one that's on GOG is a sequel in that series and not that specific game, if I remember correctly. I don't think Gaijin Works ever publicly said how many copies of Summon Night was made. I don't think they ever did. Not that I'm aware of. Though I do remember on the forums there were people trying to, like, keep track of where, like, numbered copies are. or who owns said number
どうやって
copies.
脱出したの？ここは
So you could always look on, see that if that list, that if a list for Summon Night 5 exists, to maybe get an idea. But
ああ、先にありがとうぐらい言ってくれると思ったけど。
oh, I thought I would get. I mean, thank me. Yeah.
なんとなく魔法陣の上に立ってみたんだけど、そしたらここに飛ばされたよ。
Well, hopefully the whole thing works for you with the Vita. It's nice. Chrono actually asked me some questions this morning. Apparently, people have finally found out a way to capture footage off of the Vita handheld without modding it. Now, you do have to hack it, though. But that's in a whole software debacle. So, at least that's a step forward versus needing to, you know, open it up and solder shit. So, I mean, that's a nice step forward for other people. 2,500, 3,000? I would imagine a decent amount. I really wish Victor would pop back up, though. I mean, he's missing this really, like, I think he's missing a great time that he could be profiting off, or even working with, like, Limited One or somebody to do stuff. If he didn't want to do his own operation on it.
それと、
Like, imagine if he worked with one of the limited companies. You know, they do the localization and shit, put it on digitally, and then, you know, do like a special, huge, limited and standard limited release and shit. Like, they, like, it could literally be a great business operation for him, but, you know, he's just been gone this whole time. I mean, it's been like, what, 5 years since Limited One Games has been a thing now? I think it's on par with Cutsy. Oh, that's that modding company, yeah. The capturing thing on the Vita was being out for a while. Yeah, the Vita TV is a lot of money nowadays. The thing Chrono was saying, though, Pat, is he actually still gets to enjoy playing games in actual handheld mode still. Unlike, you know, I've said several times, I don't get to have that pleasure very often much anymore. But apparently he gets a lot more opportunities to do that. So he wants to still have the option to play it in portability. So that's obviously a much benefiting thing for him. But yeah, whip anyone who wants to get a Vita TV right now. The thing will probably always be incredibly lots of money now. Thank goodness I have an extra one, if anything ever happens to the one I have. Dan's lucky I sold him that other spare one I had. Now I kind of regret it now he's gone, so... Let's see, and more niche titles as well. Just imagine some old working design stuff physically from on. That would be cool, actually. Oh, well, if you remember correctly, I showed you those screenshots of his activity, and what was the last activity? 2019? So, seems fine. Just, for some reason, he's just been quiet, like he does on his hiatuses. Oh yeah, I still say, like, if they just went a little bit more in the direction of the Switch, imagine what the Vita would have been if they just went that extra step the Switch did.
ここはレフ型の泉なんだ。
Well, we're in a completely different area. See, I've thought about making a video, or at least, I'm definitely going to briefly talk about in the Alundra review, but I've thought about, when thinking about how I want to talk about Alundra, I've thought about an idea about talking about Vic, why he's controversial, why a lot of people don't like him nowadays, and why he was a pawn, even if the way he did things is a negative now.
俺たちがいたあの地下、多分泉の根だと思う。
I mean, it's easy for people nowadays to not understand how Japanese cultural stuff wasn't as well known when we were growing up. So the way they localized shit like that, you know, it just kind of was a thing because people weren't familiar with it. The internet was such a small to non-existent thing for most people. But nowadays, you know, culture and understanding things and stuff is such a bigger thing and well known, and people love to check out cultures and things. And obviously, the base that helped start with that, you know, grew to want to more, know more, honor, and be truer to the original source material.
今この場所もそことつながってるかもね。
So we just went above ground.
そこへ戻る方法までは知らないけど。
レフガトの泉。
Why does she seem so clueless about locations around our house?
レフガト。古代レルカル大陸に奇跡を施したという神のこと。 今この地には神の姿がないけど。
But yeah, obviously, nobody really likes that way of localization. You know, completely butchering and destroying the original source material and stuff. You know, fans have grown to actually want the material that is. And you know, changing a joke or something's, you know, that's a minor thing. That depends on things, but yeah, they'll sound like with the Lundra, like for example, the one guy who's just a random "Yo, dude, surfs up" like that. that really shows you a dying way of localization. But it was important back then because culture of Japanese, it just wasn't well known. Like, most of us didn't really know crap loads of Japanese stuff. It's stuff we slowly learned to understand that leaked through the cracks of localization, or that we sought out on our own accord through, you know, the internet as we got more access to that.
まだこの泉には神の力が残っていて、周りの大地を豊かにしているんだ。
Is he a giant on the top of this beanstalk thing?
だけど。
We into Historia syndrome?
砂漠に近いぐらいの荒れ地になってる。古代には他にも泉があったけど、今はこのレフガトの泉しか残ってないんだ。最後の一つはシューベト兵士が見張っている。泉の水をシューベトだけが独占するために。
So yeah, it's way into Historia syndrome. It was the world's a desert apparently.
戻るのは簡単だよ。まず北側に行って、そこからまた右に行って、そしたらイノシシがいた場所に繋がるから。俺はもうそろそろ時間なんだ。
So we're behind those knights we saw earlier then. I don't remember what his name was, but yeah, it was, his localization was awful. like I said, changing a joke or something is understandable because obviously jokes don't transcend through everything, but oh, I missed some messages from Pad. Looks at the Neptunia localization. To be fair, NIS is notorious for keeping some of those localization tropes, the good and the bad. See, that's the tricky thing when you do Victor's style of. See, if I was to do a video on this subject, the two most important people in the subject would be Ted Woosley and Victor. Two people who were basically the cornerstone of localizing Japanese games to the West when there was really hardly any well-known cultural knowledge upon normies in gaming. Like, those, I think we could all agree that Ted Woosley and Victor are very important people in that. Yeah, he made a weed joke at some point. There was at least one joke about weed somewhere. I don't think he used weed itself, but like, I think it was like a nod to it or something. But yeah, NIS in the West at least has kind of evolved that style of localization for the good and the bad. Like, the good is, like, it can lead to some interesting humor if done right, but the bad also is, it's subjective also. And while sometimes some people can all agree, oh yeah, that little change in humor was a nice touch for the Western localization, you know, there can sometimes be a lot of people that think that, and other times it might not hit home with most people, and a lot of people like, oh, that was, oof, that was rough, don't like that. Like, you see that in, like, all 3 Danganronpa games, Willie. There's some stuff people like, yeah, I liked what they did with that in the localization. Other times there's some little things where people like, no, that wasn't, no.
じゃあまたねアイルディ。
私道がわからないの。連れてって霧の森。
Yeah, I saved your ass.
ああ、一緒に行ってもいいんだけど、ごめん、時間がなくて。
Oof.
行っちゃった。
My ass. Personally, I didn't have too much trouble with Danganronpa's localization. I understand some of the things that people nitpick about it, but I don't think it has horrendous. I think the advantage with Danganronpa is the fact that it's all way batshit crazy. So I think in a way the way they localized it kind of had that as a scapegoat in a way, I guess you could say. I think it worked to its advantage in a lot of ways. But yeah, I've seen different nitpick things, and some of them I understand, some of them I think might be, but you know, might be looking into it too much. But obviously, you know, a lot of that's subjective. Now, I don't have a lot of experience with Neptunia, which Pad says like looks at Neptunia localization, so I can't really comment on the work on that. I know a lot of the later Disgaea games have been scrutinized quite heavily on their localizations lately. That I could understand. So Pad says it's really off-putting when you understand some Japanese, and it's like that's not what they said at all. That I actually could understand. See, you know, most of us, if we listen to the Japanese dub, obviously aren't likely going to understand it most of the time. But yeah, I could understand if you actually could understand them and you're reading the text, you'd be like, yeah, that's not what he didn't say that at all, what? That's what I've always criticized about changing stuff when you have the Japanese voice acting in. Like, it's like they're literally saying it in Japanese, so it's not like it's not there anyway. So you might as well properly translate it. To the best of your capacity, at least. Understandably, you know, some things are a little tricky to localize well. Like, you know, there was a video I saw, okay, who here knows Dragon Maid? I would imagine most of you know Dragon Maid, right? Whoa. Who said Death Boing here? This ain't World of Warcraft.
大きな魔物。あれがドラゴン。霧の森では見たことないけど。霧の森の外、不思議なものがいっぱい。もう少し回ってみようかな。
What the hell did she do before any of this happened? I lived in 2 screens of my house. I've never done anything anywhere else. Let's see. The anime that is getting a 2nd season in the middle of the year, never heard of it. I would imagine most people know Dragon Maid, but most of you might know of a controversy that happened in one of the early episodes. Oh, there's a lot of knights over here. In one of the early episodes, what is going on over here? Pope's visit? Yeah, I guess she doesn't like people much. But, okay, so there's a moment in the anime where, like, Taru is like, says, I like you, and she's like, what, you mean, like, you want to eat me? And she's like, no, I mean, in a sexual way, and the translation, both in the anime and manga, both received a lot of controversy. Wait, what was that? Oh, sign. Because there was a lot... At first, like, I thought it was just completely stupid, but... Oh. I watched a video that talked about the original Japanese lines and how the way they're spoken in Japanese is a very common trope in that kind of anime of, like, lesbianish relationships. Well, that trope doesn't exist in America, and the way it's literally translated is kind of odd. I'd have to rewatch the video to remember what the absolute literal translation was of it. So it left a lot of subjectiveness in it. No, go for the Necromancer. He's healing everyone. Well, I guess on the upside, they don't got apparently big enough health pools to survive. And there we go. That went well. There we go, boss. Back to the beginning. Oh, we're getting to the circuit board maps. I've seen these when joining as a viewer. This is the first time we got to do one. There's a lot of buffs everywhere too. Only like 2 mobs as far as I can see. Let's go ahead. Since there's barely any mobs, I just need like 1 or 2 people to throw something on. Take the whisk, hope somebody. Okay, back to what Pat was saying. But, so he was a thief. Should I save him? Well, you don't really know if he was a thief. Well, you know, he could just be a misunderstanding. Could be some kind of terrible misunderstanding of some kind. But, yeah, there's a lot of trickiness at times in some of the wording when you want to try and keep something very accurate. I'm not here to say, like, you know, translating is an easy job. It definitely has its challenges, for sure. I guess it probably should go... Actually, how am I on the calendar thing? Let's see. Go ahead back home. Yeah, I want to know how to get a big old fucking crystal so I can get some more dolls, though. Is that so much to ask? If all I know, these just boost stats and stuff, which I guess is something extra you can do. None of them say anything about increasing that, and I still don't got any of the materials for that. Yeah, I am excited about the news of them getting a new season going now. No, I don't have a point yet for no training, so flip on that. Keep wanting to hit down. But you have to hit left or right. But yeah, no way I'm saying translation is like an easy thing to do or that, but it's just... I definitely prefer sticking more to the source material. Occasionally you could argue a change can sometimes be better, because... I mean, like, something Victor did do with, like, Lunar 1 Silver Star and the Sega CD, which was something that literally carried over to every other version, both Western and Japanese version of it, ever since, was the end scene. If you know what happens at the end of Silver Star, you had to heal through that in the Japanese version, where they gave actual story action you could do. You could do where you could walk and take damage and have to heal through it. Or you could do something that had a kind of an interesting story significance, which I thought was actually a really nice touch to the game. And that was Victor's idea. So, like, it's not to say, like, you can't improve a thing, but I think you have to sit down and make sure, is this actually improving this? Or am I fucking up the original idea? Mercenary camp. Oh, I didn't realize there was actually money. As far as I know, I have not been getting any money from monsters, so I hope this isn't one of those games where you have to sell items for money. Let me just hide. Whoa, that dude's bigger than me. He's like a whole half body taller. Hey. Just defying me as a witch. That's kind of cool. I didn't like that Victor made some games harder for the West. Yeah, that's definitely going to be some of the interesting talk in the Alundra review. I still want to get more better data about what enemies and how they will change before I do that. I want to try and get better information on that, but yeah. I kind of really bounced around. Like, I understand what he was trying to do with Alundra, but it really made the final fights really fucking hard.
顔の白い親族か。初めて見る。どうしてわかったか聞きたいか？
My sword's inside the tree, by the way.
そう警戒しなくていいだろう。私にも君と同じような血が流れているのだから。先祖に根血親族がいたらしくてね。だが親族のような能力は受け継いでおらん。魔力を感じることができることを除けば普通の人間でしかないからね。
Well, that's pretty boring.
私にも親族の特徴が強く現れていたならば。まだ警戒しているのかい？このシューベト軍の検証ならもう過去のものだ。私はすでに軍を退役しているのだ。心配しなくていい。今日は散歩に出ているだけだ。そろそろ帰らないといけないな。
アドリアン見た？目が青くて黄色い髪の泥棒。
You don't
さっき
you don't know if he's a
兵士
thief.
たちが連れてったけど
まさか。
助けようと思って。
Yeah, just tell the retired soldier you're here to do a jailbreak. I'm sure that'll go well. No problems there, bro.
私アドリアンに助けてもらったことがあるから。
そうか。ああ、それなら見た。心配いらん。彼ならすでに解放されている。
よかった。
こんな時代に珍しいものだ。この大陸にもまだ希望が残っているようだ。しかし君は隠れることにもまだ慣れてないようで少し心配になってしまう。生き残るためのスキルをより学びたいならここにまた来てくれ。おじさんはシューベイロードにはよく散歩に出ているぞ。よかった。
Didn't mean to skip those 2 times. Sometimes the yam on a little too long and I think it cuts off and it doesn't. Guess I'll probably have to find him once in a while. So I guess I can go into town now? Guess not. Well, I guess we just go home then. The game didn't tell me she wanted to go home. Well, in her own words, I guess. Ah. So now I'm likely making my stone bigger. Not that kind of stone, you perverts. Wait, +9, wait, what? Let's go talk to our soulless grandmother. I still think it's weird she just stays completely motionless. She's very, very weird. It's like she's even moves. And the fact that she just looks down, like, it makes me wonder if there might be some kind of secret, maybe.
来たかい。新しい人形を作ってたのじゃ。
And the new doll?
イノシシの人形？
Why ding a doll? You can use the mountable dolls out in the field as well as in battles. It helps you move faster in the field and affects agility in battles.
嫌だ。
I don't like it.
気に入ってくれたんかい？ 嬉しいね。
You.
そうじゃなくて、
この前にね、あのイノシシが野菜畑をむちゃくちゃにしよってね、ハゲにしてやったのじゃ。
That's kind of dark, lady.
あ、イノシシ死んだの？
皮も剥いでやろうとしたんじゃがね。窓から逃げおったわ。あのイノシシめ、あたいの首飾りまで持って逃げやがったの。許せんよ。
大丈夫。私が捕まえてくるから。
Wait, I'm a little confused here. She says that bull came and messed up her vegetable garden. She grabbed it and pulled its fur out and made a doll. Okay, so she only got... So somehow she made an entire bull out of some random fur of another bull that escaped. Okay, because I was like, wait a minute, how did the bull escape with your necklace if you turned it into a doll? I was like confused there for a second.
そうじゃな、無理じゃろうな。今日はどうしたんだい？
I need a bigger crystal, Grandma.
あ、うん。霊石のことなんだけど、もっと大きくしたいの。
今も十分綺麗じゃろ。
Well, I got 2 additional dolls and I can't wake them up, so obviously it needs to be bigger.
綺麗にするんじゃなくて、大きくしたいの。こんなに大きく。
I want this big.
ああ、大きくしたいんかい。
うん。生命力がもっとたまるようにしたい。人間も治せるぐらい。
まあ、あたいの心配までしよって。
うん。
ありがたいことじゃ。もう大人になったわね。しかし、霊石を作るのはとても危険じゃからね。知ってるじゃろ？黒い魔力の石が材料として必要なのじゃ。これに命を吸収させんと霊石に進化できん。人間がこれに触れるとね、理性までなくしちゃうのじゃ。次に肉体の力が限界まで引き上げられて、最後には破壊本能しか残らん。
So not a good idea to have him get it.
あの湧き水は特別な力を持っとる。しかし浄化せんと使えん石なんてできよって。あんたは親族じゃから人間よか強いけどね。
So if we go assuming that these two are actually related, that would mean this grandma is some kind of god thing.
何かあってからじゃ遅いの。気ぃつけな。ああ、それと 黒い魔力の石じゃが、ここの南の湧き水で浄化させんと使えんよ。怖い世の中じゃね
その石どれぐらい集めればいいの？
綺麗なのが欲しいんかい？
そうじゃなくて、
ああ、3つぐらいでいいんじゃ。あんたが今持っとるのは石1つで作ったものじゃよ。
おばあちゃんは人間なのに、なんでこれが作れるの？
おばあちゃんは何でもできるのじゃ。
じゃあ石を3つ持ってくるだけでいい？
Claim she's human.
あんたも作れるじゃろ。ほれ、作り方じゃ。
I don't know, I find that kind of hard to believe. Okay, so I do essentially craft them.
気ぃつけていってきな。黒い魔力の石の周りにゃ、いつも魔物が群れておる。わかったかい？
うん。
So I actually already have one. The only problem is I don't know what I got. I don't know if it was like a random drop. Probably can't go in there yet, and you have like over 1,000 yen, so probably don't want to fight you yet. I'm still kind of on the low end on the health bar. So Willie, since you don't get any like EXP or anything, and you don't get any money, Willie fighting is just all about getting materials. I still can't do new training. Let's go underground. Because there was like 2 other paths down there we didn't get to really look in. Maybe it might be some of interest. I wonder if I can go down here now. Let's not go down right now then. No lizards at all. Oh, he's still alive? Hmm.
助けて、エミリア。
The one target person. I'm assuming he has all his health. Cost some percent down. See, he did over 100 damage, so actually he's probably going to actually kill me, actually. Because obviously I don't have over 100 health, so I guess we'll find out.
Thank you. Hibashira.
And oh yeah, it did. Guess we're gonna find out what happens. That's it. Just what's the last autosave? Okay, so the autosaves like between loading stuff. So yeah, that's like some kind of optional boss fight. Obviously, we'll probably need like 150 HP at a minimum, and that's probably being really kind. Probably more like 200. I guess let's go see what's down in the cave, I guess. Down here, I guess. Just gotta wander around, look for 2 other stones somewhere. See, I don't know if something dropped it, or if I picked it up off the ground. 500? I guess we could try.
Emilia, yoroshiku. Hey.
Okay, I think we need to use magic.
Thank you. Hibashira.
Wow, that's still very, very low damage. See if the lightning might do well.
Dengeki-bari.
There we go. That's a way better on that. Yeah, I'd like to get some other puppets unlocked.
Thank you.
At least the combat's actually picking up. I was kind of concerned that was just going to be a very, very simple affair, but it's starting to look like it's evolving a wee bit. Though I still think on the overall, it's still going to likely be a more easier experience, though. But I would imagine once we got 2 other puppets that can join us, that combat's likely going to pick up a lot more. I would imagine. I'd like to get more to do with this vitality stuff. Oh, that was one of the things I needed. Nope. I get to see what that one thing said. All I see down here is just ice. Whoa! What the? That thing has 63,000 HP. Wow. Hey, let's fight. No. Holy crap. That's a little fucking crazy, don't you think? A little bit much for this early in the game. We're only like 3 hours into this game. Kinda long torn down a dark alley, don't you think? Like, holy shit. Well, have fun. Yeah, I don't... I think that's a hard pass on that. Hard pass. I actually don't have any experience with that series pad. I always hear it has lots of crafting, and crafting's always been kind of a weird mix thing with me. Like, I don't usually like crafting much, so I've kind of like, eh. Now, I've always been told that later entries, the more modern ones, don't do as much crafting. I like keep it simple when it comes to crafting stuff. I don't like spending my life and millions of money trying to craft things. But yeah, still got 0, so yeah. Oh, okay, so go to the Dark Stone Cave. That was to the east. I think the mobs now had like 500 HP, so I guess we would be okay-ish. I think that... Isn't that the one I got on the Switch recently? I think that's the one I got from... It was a European copy. It was like... Oh. It was just laying on the ground. But yeah, I got for like $10 off PlayAsia on the sale with some other stuff. But yeah, I think that's the one I got on the Switch though. I don't know why I'm going down there when it actually shows me on the map. Yeah, they have a little under. I wonder if they drop dark stones. I wonder what the big thing over here is. That thing looks like a chibi version of the first monster boss in Demon Souls. It really does. Well, it doesn't have 64,000 HP, so guess we'll try one of these things. Time to put in the backlog. What isn't in the backlog is more the question. It takes decent damage. He deals pretty good chunk of damage though. So far I haven't seen missing, so I don't know if you can't miss or if it's just being very forgiving on that. Okay, so they drop them. So the only other thing is, where do I get this? The Mist Force Spring. A spring with a... Oh! Okay, that's probably from the actual spring she told us to the south. So, guess we just go to the south. Yay! Weird slug enemy. Wow, that slug's actually putting up a hell of a fight. Okay, what do we got for... It's a gold and, probably best to go for the gold one, because that's a skin, yeah. Go. This is one of the harder ones with these damn buildings. Let me go check these. That. 5 units. Yeah, and this is where it's gonna be a whole bunch. Unlock 10 units. Unlock 15 units. Get a unit to level 5. Get a unit to level 10. Get a unit to level 20. Ooh! 20 Templar Scrolls? Ooh! I want that. That's goods. That's goods, bros. It's very good. See, that's 5 hours for the next thing that. Okay. I'm going to put my stream now. Okay, Quorio Magnus. Take it easy. I'm assuming you're going back to partners in time, I'm imagining? Because you usually just stick to one game most of the time, right? So. Well, this time I'll double check to make sure Twitch ain't lying to me. Because I could have swore that last time I said I would probably raid you. I could have swore I didn't show you on my follow list as live. I don't know if Twitch was lying to me or being waving. Oh, is he? I guess she said south of her house. And shows a yeah. So I guess I have to fight him. Okay, man. Well, unless there's something really interesting, we'll likely wait. Because I'm not too interested in the one game that the RPG Quest is playing at the moment. I've gotten to see a decent amount of the gameplay of that game. I don't want to ruin it because it's something I haven't played, so I got a gist of the idea. So he was playing it yesterday, so he's still likely playing that, so it's a good excuse to wait someone else for once, because I've been literally waiting him for like the last few months now. Oh yeah, since the New Year's kicked in, Twitch has been very weird. I'm not very sure what the hell is going on with it. It has been very odd. It has been very odd. Yeah, I gotta say, this is kind of like a very user-friendly game for sure, though. Anyway, let's get the doll out. But it's definitely not like a traditional RPG either, so it's kind of an odd mix. I wonder if lightning would be any good against him. Let's see what fire does. Yeah, the fire was a little oof. That hurt. Ow. My soul. Details. 30. Ew. Eating a lizard's tail? Ooh, that's a little disgusting, bro. A little disgusting. Yeah, the lightning is definitely doing way more. Which is kind of weird considering, you know, a lot of times walk stuff was just lightning, but then I've seen things where lightning hurts them, and you know, it just kind of depends on the game. Pokemon, you are not though, bro. Ted say something again.
電撃針
Maybe it's the course of PogChamp. I still think that was completely needlessly stupid drama that wasn't even necessary. You can go into it. I still think that, like, I mean, obviously, people can agree or disagree with whatever the fuck he said on Twitter and shit. But I don't get how that like, that's like if an actor, like, let's say a well-known Star Wars actor said some controversy. Well, we gotta take down the Star Wars trilogy. Luke Skywalker said something controversial. Take all Star Wars off the internet. Whip it off of all the services and live streams. Like, that's basically how I view the action of it. I just feel it's weird. See, I definitely want to try and get some more HP, because she is really lacking. MP, she is really good in. She's decently strong. Maybe some defense would be good too. Get a little magic and HP out of that one. So try to get HP just a little bit higher. Huh. You can use that to move around. Anyway. Still up to 200. I think that'll give us access to 2 of the dolls? I think 2 or maybe 3 of them. Soul Stone can be used during combat from level 2. Using the Soul Stone during combat will use up all the vitality stored in it. So basically it's like a extra healing item. But if he... Or was it only the Dark Stone that did the... No, she said with the... Yes, go meet the random soldier. I'm sure he won't be weird at all. So let's see what dolls are 200 and under. I believe you were 100. No, you're 80, but yeah, we can get you. You're 50. Hell, we can wake him now. We'll have to see how to use him, though. You were 700, weren't you? No, you're 400. You're 150, so that's 2, 3, then you're like 700. Yeah. So we got 3. You're just 35 above 200. What the fuck? And that's not to mention any additional dolls, which makes me wonder if this back door might lead to more space for more dolls. I wonder. So, if leveling up and while riding in combat will give me some decent stat boosting. Now the question is, how do I use him outside combat? So I'm imagining... Wait, I can... Okay, I was gonna say what? I could presumptively summon it?
イノシシさん
Ooh, that is fast. Woohoo! Oh, I don't even have to actually engage the button. It just automatically kills them if I run them over. I wonder if you still get the agility boost for chasing them. I would imagine probably not. Let's see what combat's like with it.
えい
And I see the soldiers are gone. I'm gonna try and get some more dolls. Give me some dolls, damn it. Oh, hi. Man, they really wanted to place, like, really odd enemies of varying strengths everywhere in this game, didn't they? Wonder if we'll see anything higher than that thing in the ice cave, though. Good lord, that thing is high. I do like how you don't have to chase him down with this thing, though. Well, I mean, you do chase him down, but I mean, like, you don't have to engage with a button. What do you got? Oh, you got really weak HP, actually. You should be easy.
えい
Damn, he is really slow when I'm on this fucking bull, man. But no fatality. What's this thing? 800? It might be a little high. Where do I see these quests? Ah, there. Battle Royals in the Misty Forest 3 times. Make ice magic. Catch young boars. Well, we can do that one real quick. You think it'd just have its own tab? The massacre. I wandered into the desert. Oh yeah, there. Wait, there was. Yeah, yeah. It was blocked. You're waiting the Pope or some shit. It didn't take long. Yeah, I bet you don't get the agility bonus for being on this thing now. So, there's like a argument to not using it. Damn, does it make you fast. Not quite 200. See if the ones out here was spawned. There we go. Back home. I wonder how many dolls there are, though. Like, cause it does seem like a really interesting concept that I really think could really lead to some interesting mechanics if done right. So, now who do I want to bring to life? So I can bring the knight, who's the melee unit, which obviously is something I would want, since obviously she always acts as a healer. And what were you again? You're Buffalo. And you shoot arrows at everything. Stereotypical knight. The buffalo can wait. Do I want the stereotypical knight or the archer? So far there haven't been too many encounters with multiple enemies. They've mostly all been story based, so right now maybe the knight would be a better idea. But obviously I want to try and get more of that. Not very lively now, he's just sitting there perfectly still. Your brother there is gonna be dead for a while. He's gonna be dead, you see. Dead. So I guess let's go ahead and save. It's been 30 days. Yeesh. It'll be like day 999 by the end of this with that kind of progression in the days.